Howdy, howdy. How you doing? How is everyone doing out there? Happy, it's a Monday, right? Dang, I know how Monday sounds, but this is December. There's no way that your Monday can be so boring. It's December, you guys. How you doing? How was your weekend? I hope the weekend was great. I didn't do live stream. I didn't do reaction. I was here with my podcast with my biggest OG here, Kara. We had like 2 episodes. I hope you enjoyed those episodes, by the way. If you haven't, you need to go back and check the episode that I did with AM Karo. It was fire. We had some great conversations over there. We really had a good one. Go check them. So welcome to the show. This is a reaction video. My name is JT. This is JT Podcast. I'm glad to be back again. This December is doing as good, you know. So, I happened to listen to a video with the title, The Cry of a Borderless Africa. That is a video that was made by Senso yesterday. And I was watching the video. It was just a kind of normal vlog until when the so-called boys came to visit Kenge. And, they were having a chat. He was talking to them. And now Marwa, as the retired traveler, as the experienced commando in these streets, was giving his pieces of advice, to these guys called Time Masters or whoever you can call them. And that Rwandan guy, by the way, I made a video with that guy. So this man was giving them some pieces of advice, what they need to do, because apparently this Rwandanese guy or Rwandan guy, whatever you call that, he was telling Marwa how he's struggling with paying taxes and all that, moving from place to another. He doesn't have a nationality here. So it's so hard for him. So I was telling him something crazy. He told him, you know what we need to do? To avoid all this tax nonsense and all those kind of restrictions, all you need to do is just marry a Kenyan lady and you're done. You just need to marry a Kenyan lady. Everything is settled for you. Sometimes I listen to Senso giving some guys here, some boys, advice about how to maneuver this life, the shortcuts they need to take. People like Gitiriba telling them, don't need to work hard. You just need to start. You don't need even money. Why do you need money to start building a multi-million mansion? You just need to start and tell people on the YouTube, hey, can't you see I'm building and you need to send money? So Marwa was telling this guy, like, okay, I know you're struggling, but all you need to do is to marry a Kenyan and you're done. Matter of fact, even me and Rocio and Mito, we are still unofficial. Rocio and Maisha are literally illegal. Okay, I don't know if that is exactly how you get it, but when I listen to it, Senso telling those guys that up to this moment, he hasn't processed the papers for Rocio and Maisha. So that should tell Rocio that really, Rocio, okay. I know maybe I'm going too fast. Let me just start the show with my normal style. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And Team Maswad, of course, get a whip. And that is for Rocio. And Senso, you are still unofficial. Let me play this clip, because now you may say, JT, did he actually say that? Of course he did.
In America. No, in America. No, I think another thing. Are you married? You can marry a Kenyan and that story is over. Yes. I still have time to think about that. But again.
All right, so I'll still go back to the conversation. So because you need to join the dots. Literally, Marwa was talking to this guy and he was telling him, I know you have these problems and restrictions of the border and the taxes. All you need to do, are you married? No. All you need to do is just get a wife, just get a Kenyan lady, marry. Don't marry for love. Ain't nothing like love. Okay? There's nothing like love. Do you want to learn from the best? Look at me. I did. And matter of fact, even right now, at this moment I'm talking to you, Rocio and the Mitoto have no papers. I haven't processed for them. Do I care? He has no hurry to do that. So this Rwanda guy, he need to do what? Marry a Kenyan for that convenience, you don't need to struggle, do you? This guy was like, no, man, I'll need time to process that, maybe find someone I love, and we can plan that. This guy was like, stop being stupid, bro. You don't need to consider all that. You need to do away with this tax restriction. You need to do away with these border things. Marry a Kenyan. You're good. You'll be good. I was like, okay. That's what's up. Rocio, come here. In case you didn't know, all right? Just in case you didn't know, this is exactly the exact reason why Senso married. Let me use that term, married you. Because, of course, at this moment, you have no paper. So I now understand. Now I understand why Rocio is always unhappy, because Marwa has really, really said no to that idea of legalizing, maybe officiating this thing. At this moment, bro, Maisha is almost celebrating a second year, like 2 years. 2 years. And Rocio is there. This must be a big joke. Like, for real? Rocio, for real? 3 years, okay? 3 years in this thing, and still no papers for you. He hasn't processed. But he went, processed 7. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 passports for horses. Okay, now I see priorities, my guy. So Marwa went and processed 7 passports for horses to be Kenyan, all right? Because he didn't want problems with the Kenyan government, although that they'd be asking if these horses are legally here or not. So he cleared that. 7 passports, and now he's cool with that. But for Rocio, let me play the receipt.
And there are other avenues where you can literally be legal. Even my wife, sometimes we have challenges with that because we have not yet filed documents for them, even with my son.
That's what I thought. If up to this moment, even my wife Rocio, we sometimes have similar problems. We have those problems here. She's still not a citizen. She's not married to me. So she's actually like a visitor. She's a traveler, all right? Rocabrera Vlogs and Travels. She's here she's a tourist, literally. So whenever Rocio wants to do stuff here, she's limited to what she can do. And I think that is on purpose. Or what do you think? I mean, tell me that you've been with someone for more than 3 years, and you even have a baby that is almost 2 years, and this guy is still telling the boys that, you know what, at this moment, me and Rocio is struggling with the same problem with the borders and taxes, because she's not a citizen. Anytime she wants to do something, she has maybe to ask me to do it, because she's not a citizen, she's not married here, so she's literally here with her hands tied, so tight. And because I haven't processed the documents for them. Yeah. Yes, that's what I thought. On purpose. Or do you think, okay, all right, let me say this. I don't know what's the process, okay? Because I'm not married to a Muzungu, a Latino. I'm not. So if I was, I will tell you that, okay, when I was marrying this person and we met this and that, this is what I needed to do. If there's anyone who has married a Kenyan, you are in abroad, you married a Kenyan, whether you are a Kenyan lady married someone in the US, or a US lady married a Kenyan man, please tell me, how long is the process of maybe, processing those documents and papers for your spouse, for them to be like legal there, to operate freely, like they belong there? How long does it take? Because I don't know if that's how the process is. It can go maybe for 10 years or 5 years. So I stopped giving Marwa pressure, because that is how it goes. But if it's not, then that's to mean Senso is doing it on purpose. Like, okay, I don't want to do it right now. Let's take some moment. Let me see how this thing goes. And if it doesn't go well, I'll say adios. It was good. It was nice meeting you, Roro. You can go where you came from. And if it works, you can say nice. I don't know. So, look.
Literally be legal. Even my wife, sometimes we have challenges with that because we have not yet filed documents for them, even with my son. But it's gonna be okay. Yes.
I think I have a way.
Yeah.
All right. So you heard what I'm talking about. Let me go a little up so that we can start from where this conversation started and why was Marwa kind of advising this guy to get married to a Kenyan girl because of convenience. Because he doesn't. All right. I don't know. I don't know crossfire him, but I think for him, he doesn't believe that you can just get married because you love someone, you like someone, or you want this person you want to build a life with, or you look at them like your wife or all that. Get married to someone for a passport. Get married to someone for nationality. Get married to someone for something else, maybe, yeah. Because now, whatever he was telling this guy, Rocio should sit down and listen to it. And maybe, because I saw, while this video was being filmed here, Rocio was preparing with her family to go do shopping. You know, yeah, let's go buy a goat, choose a goat for Papa. We can make him a soup for his birthday. It will be on 18th, or was it 18th or 28th? That's when we'll be celebrating over here and that and that. So while she's busy there, you know, feeling so comfortable and going around her there, Senso is reminding her that this is not your place. It's not your place. Okay, you're not legally married here, so you chill. You chill. Okay, let me start where this thing came from, where the conversation started. It is here. I hope I can get that part. Guys, like the video in the meantime. All right. Please like the video on the meantime. Oh, this thing is scrolling slowly. Let's start from there. While that ad is playing there, you need to like the video.
I don't speak
Like
English.
you speak, like maybe you're buying something, you have to say this is in this.
So, Times Kenya, or whoever, Times Master Kenya, was explaining his biggest struggle in the streets, creating content, because sometimes for him, he is majorly talking about the Kenyan audience, okay? Kenyan audience, that's what he's based on, because for him, he works mostly with brand deals, okay? But Senso was telling him that for him, he has this international audience. So he was explaining to the guy the importance of having an international audience. And this other one, not over, just a Kenyan, narrowing down to a Kenyan, which I think it was making sense. But now, that is where the conversation of borders and all that started. Until when Senso now came to tell these guys, to tell the other Rwandan guy that, you know what, I think you shouldn't even stress yourself that much. All you need is get a lady from Kenya, lie to her that you love her, and marry her, because you need to get out with these taxes and all these things. Just like I did, bro. Don't you learn from the masters? What do I need to do for you to know to get a lady, lie to her big time, make her believe that you love her, marry her? Because maybe for a lady, you believe like, oh, you're getting married for love. How many of you were married for love? Put a waving emoji. If you're married, how many of you married for love? And how many of you married for convenience? Let me see a laughing emoji over there. Oh, laughing emoji is common. Let me see like which one? Choose any other emoji apart from laughing. A waving if you married for love, and any other emoji you'll choose. if you married for convenience like Senso, you needed to come to Kenya and you couldn't. So you decided to get a young man from Kenya. You married him or him. Oh, you're a man from the other side and you married a lady from Kenya. And that's what's up. Oh, you're a man in Kenya. You wanted to get a Muzungu and maybe go to US. So yeah, tell me about that, bro. Maybe it's about time we have this conversation. All right, like these guys were having here. You know, sense it's like he forgot. So he was opening up to this, to his boys, telling them, advising them. Forgot he was recording. So he reminded himself those times of Colombia and all those kind of things. When I was there in Colombia, I'll do this, I'll talk about this and that and that. And did you say you're married? No, I'm not. Yeah. Very easy. Don't struggle.
Dollars, or maybe, for example, when you're putting a title of your video, you have to say, for example, don't say fast Kenyan traveling.
Yes.
No, you can use something as fast Africa to do something, or like you go big.
Yes.
You go big, and then you have to.
All right. So that was a conversation about the audience. Tapping into international audience, what you need to be talking about. But that's a masterclass, you guys. Content creators in the house. If you need to have this international audience, like me and Marwa, talk big, okay? Go, target big. So apparently, most of my audience is abroad. So that's why most of the time I may like maybe to do Kenyan content, sit down and talk Sheng and Swahili and local dialect, but most of you won't understand what we're talking about. That's why we have to meet at a balance, right? So that was a conversation these people were having. And now they came another conversation of taxes and restrictions. That's why Marwa derived that title of him, like the cry for a borderless Africa. It's because now these guys were crying like, when I go to this place, when I come to this other place, I have to struggle with taxes, I have to struggle with this restriction and that and that and that. So Senso was giving them alternatives. I mean, like what he did for himself, because now he wanted this strong passport. By the way, what happened to the strong passport? For a minute, I forgot that Senso biggest idea of getting married to a Muzungu lady was to get that strong passport that he can travel from this place to another freely. Did he get that thing? Well, I don't know. Does anyone here have like an update of what happened there? Because the last time I checked, they were trying to go to those offices and back, and there was a lot of problems here. And they had to leave without that. So does it mean that Marwa has been doing what we call church work in Kenya? Tunaita kazi ya kanisa. I mean, you're doing like charity, like something that, you're not supposed to be paid, like just charity. Or that would be something that is paying him. I guess that is the reason why. Oh, now I get the point. Maybe that is the reason why he's telling the boys that for him, he hasn't processed the papers for Roro. Because for him, he didn't get what he was looking for. What is the point of him processing Rocio's nationality or whatever to feel so comfortable in Kenya and move and maneuver, do stuff? If Rocio wants to buy land, it has to be on Marwa's name. If she has to do ABC to Z, she has to involve Senso. So he cannot risk giving her that power, like to feel comfortable at home and she can do everything as a citizen without his involvement. That would be that would be suicidal, right? This guy is trying to be smart. All right, let's proceed with the conversation, because I guess I wanted to take you slowly on that so that you understand why Marwa was giving them such kind of piece of advice and why he opened up and told them about him and Rocio not being official yet. This is the reason.
Like you go big,
Yes.
you go big, and you have to always try to tap in international topics. Like Africa and the change that is coming. You have to tap on that audience, because the more you say Kenyan, like in my videos, I always say Kenya, East Africa.
All right. So tap into Kenya. No. The international audience and all that kind of things. But for this guy called, I don't know, Masters, he was trying to talk about, to tell him why he really consider Kenyan audience. By the way, there's nothing wrong with having like a local audience. For example, if you're a Kenyan, you can have a Kenyan audience. For example, there's this guy called Obina TV, Obina Show. This guy maybe majorly he's doing Kenyan content. Kenyan celebrities, those interviews, majorly is Kenyan content. But he make crazy views, you know. I'm sure that that there are even podcasts here in Kenya that focus on Kenyan content. If there is something trending here, they will bring that person on board. They talk about what's happening in the streets. So they majorly focus on what's happening in our country. So it's majorly Kenyan content that can only be consumed by Kenyan or anyone outside Kenya who can relate to Kenyan things. So I don't know. Maybe for them, if you actually have like a good Kenyan audience and now you secure yourself some brand deals, which I think this guy was telling Senso. That's why he majorly focused on the Kenyan audience, because he can get brand deals and those kind of things. But for Senso, for him, he say international audience is all. You know, that's all. It all depends. In Kenya, you can be highly paid with brands if you secure brands and you do Kenyan content. You can secure brand deals and you can get some good money. You know.
South American videos, even if I'm in Brazil, I can even say life in Latin America. So anyone in Latin America who is living far away from Latin America, they will get interested to see what is happening because they don't know which country I'm talking about. But when they watch the videos, oh, in Colombia, oh, in Brazil, oh.
All right. Just a minute. A minute. I'm trying to tap something here to bring it on screen. All right. Let's go on.
Yes.
But I can't complain about the Kenyan. They have been so supportive.
Yes.
With that social media, it helped me got what has been keeping me afloat was brand.
Brand deals.
Yes. That's
Okay.
what has been.
So like which brand deals do you work with, for example?
First, I work with this company.
Okay. So,
All right. So you see, for him, he's arguing that for him, he like Kenyan audience because of brand deals and those kind of things. I was trying now to bring you from where the conversation started before Senso opening up, you know.
Travel company, I've been working with them.
Okay.
There's this bike, the dealership at
so they gave you a good card.
Yeah, they gave me a discount.
You see?
Yes.
Imagine if you're sitting in the house.
That's nice. Let me drop a little bit to the tax. In a bit. Like the video, guys, kindly. Right here.
Okay, that was the tax man.
Yeah.
Oh, because you say
All right.
yes.
Then upon exiting Turamanga,
Yeah.
I found out that the Karai officer didn't pay 29 days. I was 29 days late. So
Oh.
I had to go through some challenges.
Okay.
But I thank God I managed.
That's where this conversation started. Like, this guy is struggling. He's struggling to travel between borders and all that. So a cry for a borderless Africa. So as he's struggling like that, Sensor thinks that it's because he doesn't have it's because he is not, he's not smart enough, because if he was, he could have married a Kenyan lady and all those kind of things would be gone. Okay? But he didn't tell him that find someone, fall in love and do all that kind of things. That maybe Roro is thinking back on her head that maybe one day. I saw those conversations coming in the comment section. People are telling Sensor, I think it's time you officiate this thing while your in-laws are here. Pay dowry, do all that kind of things while they're still here. I mean, who told you he want to do that? Who told you he want to do it? No.
I'm always afraid to get the bike inbound by KRA.
Okay, that is the tax man.
Yeah.
Oh, because you've stayed here for a while.
Yeah.
And have you not thought of selling this bike? And now that you're moving to Kenya, you buy something Kenyan and you forget about KRA.
Right. So KRA is actually the Kenya Revenue Authority, right? So for KRA, if you're moving from border to border, just like the other day, Marwa was complaining about his bike being arrested, is because they were moving from one county to another. We have those border controls. They have to do checks. They have to make sure that you're moving legally in the country. Whatever you're transporting from this county to another is legal. Is you're not doing some stuff. Let me not even mention that. So this guy is a foreigner, and he's really, really struggling with his channel and with his travel things. For example, when he buys stuff here and there. So for him to avoid all those, all that, whatever, struggle and all that, there's only one way out.
So because I'm still around, okay. So it's not possible to one.
Oh, because you need a KRA pin. Okay, guys, KRA simply means like a social security number.
So this guy is a Rwandan guy, and he wants to own a Kenyan bike. So he cannot own it because he needs to register it with his details. This has to mean his Kenyan ID, all right, and a KRA, a tax return, whatever number or something. So he literally cannot do that because he's not a Kenyan. But listen to how crazy this guy told him.
In America. No, I think another thing, are you married? You can marry a Kenyan and that story is over. Yes.
I still have time
to think about that. But again, there are other avenues where you can literally...
Okay. Are you married? I was thinking that maybe instead of you struggling with that, just get married to a Kenyan and you forget about it.
Be legal. Even my wife, sometimes we have challenges with that because we have not yet filed documents for them, even with my son. Okay. But it's going to be okay. Yeah. Yes.
Even me, I think I have a way.
Yeah.
Now you see where the conversation came from. To that moment where Senso was telling these guys, like for him and Roro, they're struggling the same thing. Rocio cannot move, maybe cannot go purchase something because she doesn't have the nationality, she doesn't have the legal papers for her to own anything. So that's to mean even that piece of land that she bought the other time, but I'm saying bought in quotes because we all know she did not. She cannot legally or literally she cannot buy a piece of land or maybe a property in Kenya. She's not a Kenyan and she's not even married. So that should tell you that is literally Marwa's piece of land. And it's like Marwa is doing that on purpose. Even my wife right now is struggling with the same because she doesn't have papers. She doesn't.
Literally be legal. Even my wife, sometimes we have challenges with that because we have not yet filed documents for them, even with my son. But it's going to be okay. Yes.
That's a problem. But it's going to be okay. All right? For us, we're struggling. But you know what? It's going to be okay. She doesn't have to worry about all that. It's going to be okay, literally. And eventually, it will be okay. Let her struggle for now. And when she leaves, speaking about buying land or buying property in Kenya, did I see Senso going to visit to check Ondari? And he recommended Ondari to his subscribers that in case you want to buy a piece of land here in Kenya and you cannot reach to Senso, or maybe Senso is not around, reach out to Machete Man, because for him, he doesn't play around and nobody can play with him. I mean, let me play that clip. Let me play that part. Let me play it.
So much for the support that you have accorded Marwa. It
Yes.
was a number of people in
Yes.
this community, and they have changed their lives.
Even international.
That is Conrad now. Conrad, Maro had to go and check Conrad to say hello. Looks like he's constructing a fish pond over there. Rocio, if you thought Conrad gave you a piece of land lawfully, you better think. Listen to how Maro said about Conrad. This guy, nobody plays with him. Ask Conmam. If you don't believe him, ask Conmam. Ask Conmam if you want to play with Ondari. You need to ask Conmam.
National people are coming now to
Yeah,
get pieces of land and things like that.
we have had quite a number of people
Yeah.
coming, and some have even spoken to me this morning.
Oh, he's already getting he's already getting clients. I don't know who at this moment, someone who has watched all these tweets all this time, still can. Okay, let me not say you cannot, but seriously, there's still people out there, donators with money, who are sending to Condad to secure a piece of land for them in the village. You guys don't land, do you? That's for those donators. Some of them are still speaking to him this morning and telling him they need a piece of land. With Condad. Okay.
They are on the way coming to have a piece of land around because of your influence.
Wow.
I already got some clients. They're on the way coming to purchase a piece of land because of your influence. And I was telling them, hey, in case you don't find me, pick Condad. Condad doesn't play around. When he has a machete, look at his hand. He's speaking with the hand up, ready to strike. You just say a word and he will give you a 10 kg slap.
May God continue
Yeah.
helping you and supporting you to grow very, very, very prosperously.
Okay. Now listen to sense.
Right, thank you. Actually, guys, when you come to buy land and I'm not around, you better use Mzee
When you come to buy land and I sense I'm not around, you better use who? Condad. The reason is
because nobody plays with him.
No. Repeat.
Right, thank you. Actually, guys, when you come to buy land and I'm not around, you better use Mzee because nobody plays with him. Yes.
Thank you, guys.
And now he feel like a real soldier. He feel like a real commander over there, Condad. Yeah. Yes, sir. Nobody can play with me. Who's that? Ain't nobody can play with me. Only if they want to lose their legs, hands, and a tooth. Ask Conmam. Nobody plays with Condad. And looks like even Senso is afraid of him at this moment. I don't know what kind of slavery is that. Senso, you're still afraid, like really frightened of this Condad. Maro is talking big when he's alone there. When he comes to Condad, he has to go slow. You know, hey, Condad is speaking. Nobody's playing with him. Senso, no.
Guys, that's my dad leaving. We were catching up 1-2.
That's Condad. That's Dimwango father. They were catching up. Anyway. Let's go back to the horses AI story. There is something about horses story, which I'll be relating to this guy called Max. I heard what Maro talked about Max. It didn't sit right with me. Because there is no way that Maro can now today come to trash Max and say he only came to the villa because he needed what? He needed to open YouTube. All this time he's been working there without cameras rolling. Today Marwa comes and say he came here just because of YouTube. You know why he was doing that? Why he was saying those kind of nonsense? It's because he has seen videos like this going on in this platform, and this guy had already secured some subscribers from Censor's camp, so they are following up to see what's going on, and they are seeing how this guy is struggling with his neck and his health and all those kind of things, while Censor is speaking their trash. So he has to make sure that he give him a bad name, like they say, give a dog a bad name, then kill it. So he was struggling to trash him so that nobody can believe this guy. But in the real sense, Censor should be concerned. Send him his pay, or maybe try at least to take care of his medical bills. It wasn't that bad before the accident happened. It wasn't that bad. But I listened to him saying, Censor, where's that part? A minute. It's not here. All right, listen to this.
At least 10 to 15 liters a day, at least for the family. So, what a blessing. But
So, Tenso was sipping tea around his compound. And he was talking about his horses and the fate of those boys who are working there. So apparently this guy called, what's the name? Jonas. Like he want to take Jonas to go and learn about horses. I don't know why Sensor thinks that he can decide for, maybe he can make the life decisions for other people. If I'm working for you, like I'm working there as a gardener, maybe a security guy. Sensor is like he took Gitiriba to go and do driving because he wanted to be his personal driver. Maybe that is what Gitiriba was interested in. But now there's this guy called Jonas. Jonas who is just actually taking care of, I don't know, cooking. I don't know what he's doing in the village there, taking care of the cows. So apparently Sensor want to take him to go and learn about horses, to come and be his personal horseman. Does it mean Jonas doesn't have a life? While he was talking about taking Jonas to go and learn about horses to come and be his horseman, he mentioned something to do with Max, and that thing was really not okay. So if you are human enough, you shouldn't be speaking like that, especially when this guy is struggling with his health and all those kind of things. After being here working all that time, it's not right. You cannot speak like that. So Jonas, Sensor has decided that you should go to school, learn about horses, come and be here. So, for example, Gitiriba went to school with Marwa's Donatu's money, so he did driving. That's to mean he has been enslaved for life. Any day that Sensor wants his car driven and all that kind of things, Sensor will be asking him, where did you get the skills from? Is it not me and my subscribers who paid for your school fees and to go and learn to drive? So Gitiriba cannot get himself out of that trap. The same way that now he wants to get Jonas going to school, learn about horse things. So he can come and do it. Take care of his horses here.
I like this guy called Jonas a lot. I think actually I may end up taking him to go and study about horses. And then he'll come and take care of my horses as my homebred. Yeah.
Okay. I've heard about people making decisions for other people, but this one is nuts. I think I'll end up sending him to school to go and learn about horses so that he can come and take care of my horses. Not that I'm going to take him to school to learn about skills, of horses and others. so that he can find job or maybe he can make a living. So you think if Senso takes Jonas to school to go and learn about horses, and he comes back and take care of his horses, will he be paid? Will he be receiving like his due payment? That's me, no. I don't know. Maybe you think yes. What do you think?
Yes, I'll have the. Then he will come and take care of my horses as my homebred. Yes, I'll have the. And sometimes even this. Okay, I'll have like the. Let me finish my statement.
Senso. What are you saying?
I think I'll still have a professional, but I want to have him as a homebred young man who can take care of my horses.
When you talk about professional, what does he mean? Which professional? Like he had this guy called Joseph, a very professional, not just young, like maybe you can say he was young. He wasn't even a YouTuber. At this moment, you haven't seen nothing about his YouTube. He wasn't a YouTuber. He never did anything to do with YouTube. And now, from there, he couldn't manage him. He couldn't pay him. Joseph left. Another guy called Kamau, a professional, came. He couldn't manage him. Kamau left. Here comes Max, another professional. Just the other day, something tragic happens. Unfortunate. Can't take no more. So we have Jonas, who is so green about horses. He has no idea what horses do. He's the one who is now here taking care of horses with the other guy. I don't know which is this guy. So when Marwa talks about, I'll still have professional, but I'll send Jonas to go to school, learn about horses, then come back, take care of my horses like my own homeward. What did he say? Homebreed? Aye, Jonas. Maybe that's a good idea. The question is Jonas interested to go to school to learn about horses? Is that his line of, like, people have preferences, People have preferences, or people have the life goals. Like, this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I want to do when I grow up, when I reach 30. Or maybe he may need to marry and settle. Maybe don't do that. But you want anyway, Jonas, you do what your boss is saying.
The reason I say that is because the person who broke my other horse leg was a professional, in quotes.
So at least now you're admitting. And now, I don't know why Marwa was saying that the guy who broke my horse legs. I don't know how true was that. Max, did you actually break Marwa horse's legs? Like you did. So it's not an accident anymore. Like, it's like he literally took the horse for a ride and he, like, I don't know what he did, like swiped him. I can't even picture that out. Like he broke him.
So probably, I can say it really doesn't matter who is taking care of your horses, whether he's a professional or not. As long
You're speaking trash. You are really speaking trash. It matters, bro. Because now you can give quacks to do a job that's supposed to be done by professionals. These are horses. They're not rabbits. They're not your chicken. Okay? All right. So if that is the idea, then give anyone else to do that. And now we see how it goes. You still don't learn. This guy doesn't learn, does he? He doesn't.
as long as they know the basics, I think you just need someone generally who is invested in animals, who sees that as his career, not as a pathway to let's say YouTube.
So tell me, if Joseph wasn't like dedicated and he didn't know that that was his career, or anyone else? Max same, Kamau the same, right? So tell me, Kamau came here for YouTube path, the Joseph too, because now we are now pressurizing, or you're putting a lot of blames to Max because an accident happened. But we forget about those other guys, like four, 5 guys who are here working the same thing, so professional, but he couldn't keep them. Because maybe when it comes to you, your mistake, you don't point it out. When it comes to someone's mistake, you're the first to bring it out. Oh, he was here, he did that. It's because he wanted to grow his channel and all those kind of things. What about the other guys? Because now now Sensor is talking too much about Max, how he did that maybe on purpose because all he was focusing on was on a YouTube channel to grow and all those kind of things. But what about those other guys?
Like now, I believe the other guy came in my home just to look for YouTube. He didn't come like to really take care of the horses because.
Are we talking about this same guy who's now suffering here? Yes, he is talking about Max, who is suffering here, because when people watch these kind of videos, they get emotional. Like, really? This guy is suffering like that. Marwa cannot even say a word about him. Is he that heartless? So paint him a bad image. Say all the horrible things about him so that people can stop having that empathy and sympathy on him. Just look at him as a bad guy who took my horses and go break their legs on purpose, and he did that. So this was Max. And now he came to a hospital. He was, I don't know, they were trying to take care of his neck because it's twisted and other. It's horrible. It's bad. Now I'm looking at all that going on the other side. And this other side, sense is saying, this other guy came here because he needed to grow his channel. He needed to grow a channel. He just opened a channel just the other day when he was here. He didn't come here with a channel. So
I wish he did to really take care of the horses because in animals who sees that as his career, not as a pathway to let's say YouTube. Like now, I believe the other guy came in my home just to look for YouTube. He didn't come like to really take care of the horses because.
Wow. Did you see actually this guy, Max, he had even portrait of horses in his house before he came to Nyabohans. So it's something that he went to school to learn about. He was a professional. So did he go to school to learn about horses because he was targeting a YouTube channel? I'm sure maybe that was a motivation he got when he was in the camp, in the swamp over there. It's so possible that he got motivated about opening a channel because, if this is something I love doing and there is something called YouTube, I can be documenting my work, my journey, everything here. I believe that YouTube is not a Nyabohanse thing and it's not a Marwa thing. You can open a channel to document your life, not just about views and all that. For example, for me, when I opened my first YouTube channel, I didn't open it because I wanted to make a revenue or what. I opened because I say, I'll be documenting my life. All right, today we are building this madhouse. Today we are doing this. Today we are doing ABC to Z in the village. I'll film that with my Android phone, the camera that's looking like whatever, and I'll post. I won't even mind who watched or who did not watch. If I get 3 views, I'll be like, 3 people watched. That's nice. All right. So I was documenting. I'm still documenting, by the way. If you go to my membership part, you'll see those videos. So it's not all about growing. Trying to grow a channel for all that business that Sense is saying. Even if it wasn't here, this guy would be working somewhere else because that's what he trained for. But now look at how you listen to how Sense is talking about this guy who's suffering. I don't understand. I don't.
I wish he did, but he did not. So
it's bad. Look at someone that Mar is talking about, by the way. Look, bro. Wow. Wow, Sense. He only came here because of YouTube, did he? I wish he liked his work. I wish he came here to take care of horses. So Jonas will be the lawyer. When I take him to school, paid my money for him to go and study about horses. When he come, he'll work for me, regardless of how I treat him, if I pay him or not, and all those kind of things. He will just work. He will work. That's bad. It's looking bad. Damn.
Let's see the results.
Wow. Bro, I'm so sorry for this. I hope you feel better. Okay?
It seems the problem is somewhere.
C5.
What's the name? The name of the part that has a problem?
C between C1 and C2.
Okay.
I don't even understand what C1 and C2 whatever those things mean. But that's basically like the bones here or whatever, the joint that connects the neck. It's bad because maybe when he fell down, he twisted his neck and it's bad. That is the guy that Marwa is describing in his video and saying he didn't care about horses at all, after all. All he wanted is to open a YouTube channel. Hey, Sensor. All right. Okay, Sensor. I don't know. So, Rocio, before I finish the video, Rocio, I hope you heard what Marwa said in his video. Madam Placenta. Madam Placenta, I hope you heard what Marwa said in his video. That for him, he doesn't care about love or anything. Get a Kenyan girl, marry, lift those restrictions. Rocio, listen to this. Oh, no, Rocio, Senso. Madam Parasites is looking for, there's something about Rocio and the placentas. There is something about Rocio and placentas. What's wrong with Rocio?
Actually, 2 hours, 3 hours, she should have released anything more than 3 hours at this point. So, I don't know, maybe they will help her.
Is Rocio trying to cry? Rocio, don't cry, okay? Rocio, don't cry. Don't cry, Rocio. Not yet. Mwendo haujaumaliza bado. The journey is still long. Too long. Because at this moment now I understand why Rocio is always moody. Marwa have refused to process his papers. Not even for Maisha. I wonder. I'm asking myself, like, so if Maisha and Rocio are still, they still don't have papers. What is Marwa's plan? What is Marwa's plan? Why can he even process for Maisha? And now leave Rocio. Rocio can plan for herself.
Or something. I will ask. So, I help you. I saw him running already. Well, I don't know if he's a warrior or not.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Lewis.
No, un par de horas de la noche. Estaba de noche todavía, pero... Un par de horas. No sé. I noticed she haven't released the placenta yet, I think. I don't know how many hours it takes, but usually 2 hours, 3 hours, she's released.
Rocio is going to wait 2-3 hours for this cow to release a placenta, so she can go and make juice for Marwa. Marwa, do not. I'm telling you, do not try to sip anything that Rocio is bringing you today. Never. Yeah, you'll be mental, bro. What was that part? I'm trying to get it.
Okay. So my dad wants a young one, so it's a tender one. He said that you should. Okay, he says he doesn't know.
So, while that was going on, Roro and her family, they were in the border town. No border, but Mabera, looking for a young tender goat for the soup and the celebration. Rocio is enjoying life. I guess maybe she has understood, or maybe she has really finally made peace with the fact that she is not here forever, maybe permanently. So while this thing is lasting, let her do it. Because maybe when she failed to give Marwa the passport he was looking for, what was left? What was left between them? Just enjoy the moment and bounce. If Rocio today start demanding, now we need to make it official, that will be the end of the day, the end of the story. So Rocio, you can do what? Find a goat here, go make soup, bake a cake, and do all those kind of things. And when your parents will be leaving, make sure you and them, sako kwa bako, you know what I mean? Like you and them, here and there, to Argentina. Because you won't like now the new face that will come after Mr. and Mrs. Luz, they left, or maybe the Cabreras have left. It will be a so boring phase for Rocio. She will be crying every day.
But I'm telling him that if he sees one, he doesn't have to point at it or anything. So they, of course they are expecting us to buy all the goats here. They think we have money for all of them. So.
Rocio, chill. Rocio, relax. When we are here as Muzungu and now we spot a goat and point that we want this, they will come and tell us a lot of money because they think we have all the money for them. They think we have all the money for them. Yeah, that's what they think, Rocio, because now you, as a Muzungu, you're here with money. Use the money, Rocio, because now it will come a time when your parents have left. You'll go back to your singing career and tell us, come back to love. So, I thought of checking that video. And at least letting you know what I heard from the video. And if you know, maybe if you know the process of registering your foreigner wife, kind of, I don't know how to even call that, foreigner wife or partner, let me know. Maybe I'm too behind it because I don't understand why at this moment, all these 3 to 4 years that Rocio has been here, she doesn't have papers, so she cannot do anything here. Let me know. Thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you tomorrow on the next one, or maybe probably tonight, whichever time. Like the video before you bounce, subscribe the channel. Love you all so much. Bye bye.
Say what you want. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with